Bon!
Hello,
Je pense que ça a
hello.
fonctionné, Johnny. Yes, sir. Oublie pas de starter ton Insta, ce que je vais faire tout de suite.
Yeah, it's done.
Green. Bon lundi! Yes, sir!
Bon lundi, man. Comment ça va? One
Toujours
of those
bien,
days,
man.
hein?
Yeah. Big week coming up. On a un bébé qui s'en vient. So, by the end of this week, or by the beginning of next week, we should have another Felix in the house. Petit bébé.
Félicitations pour ton garçon.
Merci. Merci, bébé
You
Raphaël.
look good. You look good. You got a haircut.
Non, man, j'ai juste bien dormi, honnêtement. C'est ça que ça fait à mes cheveux.
It
On
seemed
Friday,
like
I was
different
working
today. You
outside,
seemed
bro.
like
Je me suis tout bien peigné. J'ai eu le temps. I was not working on the field today. Tomorrow, I will be in Quebec City. I have...
good stuff, bro. You look good. You look like you I don't know. You look cleaner
You too.
today.
You too, bro. You're a handsome guy.
Not that you don't look clean usually. I'm just saying, like, I don't know. It looks like you just came from the barber or something.
No. I just took care of myself.
It just goes to show what a good night's sleep does to you.
Yeah.
When you sleep a full 7-8 hours, you feel, and you even look like a different person. Like your skin looks better, you just feel better, and
100%. C'est vrai, ça.
yeah.
How,
And,
bro? It's not on the topic of maybe a bit. Maybe it is, but how important do you think it is to look good?
Very important.
General in business, just to sell yourself.
Very important. Very important, bro. There's days where I look bad. I'm not gonna say I look like shit, but there's days where I get up late. I didn't sleep too much. I didn't get dressed properly. I don't have hair. Thank God I don't have hair to do. That would slow me down like crazy. But you don't get dressed properly, and you go out in public. You start talking to people. You don't feel good because you know subconsciously that you don't look good, and you don't feel good, and it ruins your whole day. I find. I don't know about you there, but I think it's important to wake up early, get your stuff together, have your coffee or two, do what you got to do, prepare, shower, train, go to the gym, and it really has an impact on your day, man.
Yeah, for me, I mean, we have a cleaning business, so I guess it starts by cleaning yourself, right? It starts like by
Yeah, of course.
having
Who's
a
gonna hire
cleaning.
you? Hey, I think you went out there.
Yeah, classic. Don't worry about it. I'll come back. We can keep on talking. Because I kept my thing open without charging, and my camera went out. Sacré Félix, hein?
Unacceptable, Phil.
Yeah, I know. I'm coming back.
That happens, bro. It happens.
But yeah,
Hey,
clean,
Phil,
bro.
let's
It's
say chill.
funny that we talk about that because sometimes you go to clients. We do soumissions. Sometimes we go to clients' places, and you could tell.
Nico Page says Felac when Yabenta. He wants to know when we're going to Yabenta.
As soon
I
as
can answer
Lord,
that. I can answer
landing.
that for our friend Page here.
Yeah.
Bro, I'll be back in like 2 weeks. 2-3 weeks. We're gonna shoot a live stream at Yabenta while eating some chicken. You down or what? I'll come pick you up. I actually can't wait to come back. It's been a while. But yeah, if you're down, Page, come with us. We're gonna go for dinner. We're gonna have some drinks.
100%. Actually, we need to invite all our following. If you guys want to come to a nice podcast live at the Quinta restaurant, show us some love in the comments. We need to hear you. We need to ask Rick if he has enough tables, enough chairs for everyone. Ça va être fou, ça.
Here, let's put the banner over here, YouTube channel. We're getting more and more subscribers. Nico Page, go subscribe to our YouTube and our Facebook page. And whoever else.
We need the support. We absolutely need the support to get the words out. Marketing Monday. We're talking about feeling today. We're talking about more like we're going emotional. we're going emotional. How could you bring emotion to your ads? How could you do that, bring that feeling in? And how important it is to like try to do those commercials that will tickle brains and make people want to buy. Because if they feel, they believe, right? If you could feel it in your gut, it will make you want to buy. There's thousands of examples. There's thousands of ads that you've seen on TV, you've heard on radio, and you talked about it. It brought emotion, and you were maybe talking bad about it, good about it. If you talk about it, it works. That means it works. Um, so I feel, and just so we really understand why we're like the reason we're talking about this and the reason we're doing this podcast, it's just to remember our listeners, bro. Like it's super important. Agencies might come here, like people from agency consultants, they might come here and be like, no, spun bun façon, this is not the way you should do this. You should do funnels instead. And you should and you don't have to do all that. And but this is for the people who are bootstrapping it and trying to do it at home. You're a solopreneur, or you have like a few employees. You're trying to build up. You're trying to build something. You don't want to hire an agency. You're trying to build it from nothing. Um, it doesn't have to be basic. It doesn't have to be basic. It doesn't have to be cheaply made and look bad. If you take those 2 seconds, like, and me and Jord, we distill the information in a way that you don't have to read the whole book. You don't have to go out there and get all the information. There's so much marketing that's being made. It's just, I don't want to say it's trash, but it's just pure information. Like, it's just pure telling facts, cold facts. And people are not buying facts. Like, here's one great example in that we took from the book, just so you guys know. um every like twice a year, you're supposed to change. We're being told to change the batteries in our smoke detectors. They tell us that it's
Nobody's doing it, right?
nobody's doing it. Critical information for your survival. They tell you that twice a year. Même les pompiers, the firefighters, they come ring. Did you change your batteries? Are you listening? No, you're not doing it. Pure information, cold facts is just not working. It's just that. Just doing that is not enough for someone to buy and act upon. And when
You have
we're
to make them
talking about,
have you have to like evoke a sense of fear or something. Of like if they don't change it, and if something happens, you have kids in the house, you have a dog in the house. If like you're not alerted, your whole house can burn down, your whole life can burn down. You could be in danger. Like those are
you
things that
attach
for
it to
me,
a feeling, if you
those are
attach that to
things.
fear,
Yes, exactly. Like those are things.
people
Like
will will.
if you tell me to change the light in the smoke detector once a year, I'm not gonna do it. But if you attach it to some kind of story that if I don't change it and if something happens, or if you tell me a story about like somebody did it who their batteries died and the house caught on fire and the dog was inside or whatever, blah
Mm.
blah blah, that would scare me. That would evoke that like that kind of emotion in me, and I'd be like, okay, I guess I have to change the bloody batteries every year, and I would do it, and it's 100%. The information, like you just presenting information itself, it's not
Mm.
enough to get a response from
There's a place and time for hard data, and marketing is not it.
well, you can if you use it creative, if you use the data creatively in your story, I think so. I think it could be good.
Yeah, I mean,
But
hard
I get
hard
what you're
cold
saying.
facts, like just research. I've researched that if you don't change batteries and your smoke
Yeah. I
detector,
know what you mean.
like,
Yeah.
nobody will look at
Nobody's
it.
gonna buy. Yeah.
You understand? So, hey, by the way, Rick, we're coming to a Quinta to do a podcast. I don't know if you mind. I didn't tell you. We
Is
didn't
Rick
tell you yet.
there?
Yeah.
Is he there?
Yeah, yeah.
Hey, Ricardo! How are you, my man?
Yes, sir. Faut qu'on se parle, mon Rick. On va venir
Yo,
dans deux,
is
trois
that chill,
semaines.
Rick? If we come to Akinta, we shoot a live over there
He's gonna be like, "Ah."
in our classic. We want our classic table next to the kitchen.
We'll do something. Call me, Rick. Call me, and we'll figure out something. But yeah, man. Like even in important life saving info, no one cares. You know? Yeah, no problem. Let's go. Ça va, Quinto, faire un podcast avec mon
Nice.
boy Jordan en live. Let's
That's
go,
always
guys.
nice. Hey,
Okay,
Fel, you're gonna come get me at the airport, right? When I
yeah,
land.
of course, and we go straight.
Perfect. Even if
But
you're in the
yeah,
hospital getting your child, bro, I expect you to be there.
it's in 2 weeks, right? I should be okay.
I'm kidding, bro. If you could, you could. Let me know a
Yeah,
couple
don't
days
worry about it.
before
Don't
if
worry
you
about it.
can. Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
But yeah, straight info is so seductive. Like, and I have to tell people, I'm the first coupable of this. How do you say coupable? I'm the first
Guilty.
I'm the first guilty of this, bro. Like,
Yeah, you're the second.
I just redid my website, and I it was so compelling to just write straight info.
Yeah.
You know, and my guy at UbiWeb was telling me, man, like we have copywriters and they will review it because straight info is
It
not
doesn't
gonna be.
sell.
It's
Yeah.
it doesn't
And
sell.
stuff. People are
So
gonna get bored and stuff.
the
But yeah,
key,
you're not the only one. I find this information is very useful, and like it's important that we remember it too, because it's not like it's information that we didn't know. It's just like you tend to, it doesn't stay up here, I find. And like we need to keep reinforcing this when we're doing our marketing for our website or our copy, whatever, or even if we're just advertising a product, for example, you know.
the key is really to make them feel your message, not read your message. Nobody's reading it. They say that since 2003, there's more data in 1 year that's being created than there was data like for the I don't remember the exact quote, but like before 2003, so before the internet of things, we were not creating like data at that fast pace, at that much of a, like it's we just we you can't read everything. The point is you can't read everything. People are not going to be reading your text and your paragraph and your ad that's explaining something. If it's explaining something
Right.
and it's not making you feel something, first you're not going to remember it. Second, you're just going to scroll past it. So technically, emotion is the differentiator. You know.
And you know why though, Fel? They say that humans use 80%. They think 80% with their hearts, 80% with their emotions, and 20% with logic. So all decisions are coming from their emotions. 80% of of the decision making, of the decisions that they make, are coming from the emotions. 20% come from logic. And like I want to give another example that was, well, there was so many great examples in the book,
In the book, it
in the
was
chapter.
crazy.
There were so many amazing examples. The one with the blender, like how they like
The
they're selling
eBay
this
one is the
amazing
best one.
blender.
The eBay one is
They
the
would
best one because we all seen those ads. Have you ever seen an ad on Marketplace that's so well written that you just want to share it? You're like, yo, bro. And some of them they became meme. So, some of these ads that were so well written, they became meme on the internet. Like people were just resharing it. They were just resharing the stories. Some of them I know they're fake, but I know that I've seen stories written on a marketplace to sell something like an old car, an old Toyota Tercel. The guy will just write a story. This is the car from my grandmother that was passed away, and blah blah blah. See, you know these funny, humorous stories.
Yeah, those are better than
Things.
straight like, yeah, Honda Civic 98, 180,000 kilometers. Nah, nah, nah. So now all of a sudden you have a story behind it, like, oh, okay, it was owned by,
Crazy red, faster, 10 HP, picking up. Tu sais, comme les drôles d'histoires sur Marketplace pour vendre un
yeah,
objet.
yeah,
They're
like this
proven
car
to sell
will,
more. They're proven to work. Like
Of course.
I don't know if you've read that example in the book, but he was talking about the guy who went to the thrift store, bought for 123 dollars of stuff, just random trinkets, like vraiment des cochonneries, là, vraiment rien d'important. Every object was worth not more than a dollar 25 or a dollar 50. And it was a journalist. He actually wanted to make an experiment, and based on he said basically, if you increase the story of one object, it will also increase its given value. So basically what he said, he hired a bunch of copywriters to write a very like an amazing story, like a crazy story about each of these objects, and he posted them on eBay. And basically, to fast story, like to just to tell this, he was able to sell like very random objects, like thermometers for meat. He bought them like for $1. He was able to sell them for like $57 on eBay based on the story that he made. This like there was a story I remember. C'était our toolbox, broken toolbox. The paint was chipped. And the story was like, if you bring that toolbox in 2039 at 1150 Elderson Avenue in New York City, you will be considered, you will pass through the seven. Une histoire comme the Elder Scrolls type of story, comme t'arrives là-bas, puis tu vas devenir the creator of the universe, bro.
So he just did them kind of jokingly, though, in a way. It's like, bro, it's like he knows they're just thermometers. People know they're just thermometers, but they're like, hey, let me just tell a story just for the hell of it. And the person reading it is appreciating the story, and he's like, okay. He's like, it's not that this story is making the thermometer better. It's just like, I want to buy from you because I like you. I like the person. Because you're not buying the product, you're buying the person.
You're buying the description. Kind of like, you're buying the story behind it.
Yeah, you're buying the story behind it. So in that case, it's like, it's not. I could get the same thermometer from somebody else, but no, I like this guy. I want to buy from this person. And like there were so many, like I was saying before, there's so many amazing examples, and I feel like that's how we can make this segment, and not informational, but like we can appeal emotionally by giving the examples that were in the book. By giving the examples of how marketing is not just telling people like, yeah, marketing is, you got to appeal to their emotions, but actually giving them examples. Like the Michelin one. I'm sure a lot of you guys heard the Michelin, the Michelin advertisement of how when you buy tires, you're not just buying rubber. You're not just buying 4 pieces of rubber. You're buying, what is it? Protection for your family.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. It's and because once you start increasing the emotional energy of an object, there's a chain reaction.
Increase the value. Yes.
There's absolutely a chain reaction that sets off. Like it's people will start vibing on a different level of energy. People are not just like gonna buy your product because of intellectual reasoning. And I hear that all the time, Jordan. And we were talking about the guys on the Facebook pages, the service guy in the service field. We hear that all the time. The boys are always complaining, hey, je comprends pas. I have such a great offer. Everything is there. My services are all there. I have a majestic menu. Where's the emotion? You need emotion. You need, like, you're an electrician. And in the book, they're talking about, the author is talking about his electrician.
Because he shows up on Sunday. He's like, man, I like this guy.
I have
no problem. I have no problem paying a bill of my electrician because if I need him on Sunday,
he shows up. Yeah. So it brings up an emotion because he saves me,
Yeah. It's like, wow, this guy's really nice. It differentiates. He differentiates him from other people. That's what it's all about, is differentiating from other people.
How could you take your business from just being a service provider to a stress relieving provider, or like name it, like, because it's stress relieving to know your electrician will be able to come on Sunday, fix something, and all the other ones, no, no, no,
Reliability,
there's
the
already
peace of mind. It's a
the
peace of
peace of
mind.
mind. You're
It,
buying
it,
what? You're buying the peace of mind because you're not looking at the bill. So you're not actually calculating. Ouais, mais là, ça y a pris 1 heure. Non, ça y a pas
no.
pris 1 heure. Il est venu le samedi. He saved your ass. So now you're recalculating everything. It's not the same price. It's not the same calculation. Market,
People
like,
will pay more.
emotionally,
Price is never an issue. Price is only, where did I hear this from? Price is only an issue when value is absent. Price is only an issue when value is absent.
price is only an issue when value is absent.
When value is not there, then price is
Yes,
an issue.
because you
But
need,
if
you
you
need to
give
look for it.
value,
Now you
if you
need
give
to look
value, you
for
could
for
charge
value.
whatever you want. You could
So,
charge.
so it's interesting what you just said. When you put the burden of finding value into your client's hands, when they need to look for value, when they take their wallet out, well, you know what? The wallet is not even out yet. When they have to rethink and recalculate before they take the wallet out, you're out of the game, bro. It's over. It's already over. Your competition is already eating you, or it's a matter of time, because you need to take that burden off your clients' hands and give them the value. Show them value. You show them first, then they could listen to your message. I feel, and they say in a book, the guy, nobody's gonna remember that guy, but I need to quote him. Okay, Edwin H. Friedman. He was a leadership consultant. People can only hear you when they are moving towards you, and they are not likely to when your words are pursuing them. So if you're just like out there trying to scream on a, hey, viens acheter des matelas, j'ai des bons matelas. How many guys in town are selling mattresses? How many guys in town are selling?
Or you could have a mattress as a demo with you in public, and you could, I don't know, fucking drop it off a building and show how tough it is, and you know what I mean, and like do some kind of crazy stunt with it. Maybe not drop it off a building; you could probably hurt somebody, but I don't know, take like a whatever, like a
What's
saw, and you start cutting it,
what
and you show how rigid it is. That's
the
gonna
real
draw people to
what you
you
need to
because
ask
you're
yourself
supposed to.
is what people are thinking or valuing when they're buying a mattress. Those are the questions that you really need to ask yourself first to make strategically the content that you need to bring.
Right. Absolutely. So
So
usually,
so
what
so
mattress is comfort, right? You people buy a mattress on comfort, rigidness. Like,
if
is
I
it soft?
sleep
Is it hard?
better, how am I? We just started the live by saying, "Hey, Felix, you look better when you sleep better. Hey, man, you look shaved. You took it." That's a good selling point, bro. You just said it at the beginning. If you sleep better, so you could. If I'm selling mattresses, I want the hit on the guy that's selling that's sleeping, like, not sleeping well. People are like, hey, bro, you look like shit. You didn't sleep well. No, man, my back hurts. J'ai mal au dos. Oh, j'ai mal dormi. Oh, ouais, peut-être que tu devrais changer ton matelas. Ça fait combien de... How many years have you changed your mattress? Oh, man, I don't know. Maybe it's time. And you hit that guy with an ad that says, you want to look good when you get at work? Buy our mattresses. You'll look fresh and clean and get a promotion.
I love it. Yeah, absolutely. You got to
You
think
know?
deep like that. Like, that's deep thinking. Like, what do people really care about? What do people don't really care? Oh, it's tough. Oh, it's hard. Oh, it's soft. Like, people want to know, like, stuff, like, sell the steak. Sorry, sell the sizzle, not the steak. Like, what's the benefits? What am I getting from it? Like, let's use an example for Ricardo. I don't know if Ricardo's still here. For Aquinta. Let's try to do a marketing campaign for Aquinta Barbecue. Aquinta Restaurant, sorry.
I wish we could.
Let's just make one up on the fly. Let's just make one up on the fly. Like, we usually wing it. So, like, okay, let's say we're making a campaign for him. We're not going to make an ad saying, like, we have the best chicken. Why do we go to Aquinta, even though the food is fantastic, best chicken in Montreal? Why do we go there?
So why do you go out in the first place?
for me, like, it's all about the ambiance. It's all about selling people on the ambiance, the vibe. Like, you're sitting down in the restaurant, you feel like you're at home. You feel like a nice, warm, cozy feeling. You feel like, you feel like you're around family.
Yeah, it's true. When you go to a quinta, you feel like you're in literally. It's not your family, but it feels like your extended family. So how do you feel in family? You know, it's interesting. And another interesting selling point. It could be me, driving to a family gathering, opening up my dad's house, whatever. Like you see a house, you open up the door, boom, you enter, you get it's a quinta restaurant. That good vibe, that good feeling of like going home. When I go to a quinta, I feel like going home. You know,
Right.
that's how I feel because I see Ricardo, I see everyone, I see his dad, everybody's there. Like it always, like it's like it never changed. If there's one place, that you could feel the suit of, I don't know, tout a changé, tu comprends? Toute la vie a changé. Bro, even my own family, bro. Like, my dad took his retirement, he moved out. But like through all these years, if there's one thing that didn't change and it's a good thing, I would say it's a quinta. People are always saying like change is good, change is not always good. Sometimes you like to see
If
the
it
things
ain't
that you
broke, don't fix it.
don't fix it. Like don't fix something that works. Uh, I know, like, ils ont upgradé la game
What's up,
depuis des
Jordan?
années. They would say that, but nous, on se sent toujours à la même place quand on va chez Quinta.
Jordan
That's an
Romita in the
interesting,
house.
like, I
Jordan
love
Romita
those
in the
use
house.
cases. Maybe we should do like a webinar and talk about that stuff. I love that. I love doing that, actually. But yeah, bro, it's interesting that we talk about that because like product quality more or less is the equalizer now. Everybody's talking about like how their product is like such a good like I have good quality products, but everybody has a good quality product now, I feel. And brands are like much more like on the same um I mean, in our head, like when you go to the store, it's hard to tell what's better, like what's a better quality. It's harder to tell than in the old days, like in the older days, like quand je dis les old days, I never know how to say that really. Mais
Just
dans le
say
temps
back in the day. You say just
yeah,
say
back in
back
the
in the
days, but
day,
back in the
and you
days
go
would
like
mean,
this, and you go like this with your hand. You have to
but
whenever
I
you're
mean to
talking
go like
back in the
further back.
day.
No, but I mean in our parents, like I would mean like in the 50s, 60s, 70s, the washing machines, stuff like that. There was il y avait pas autant de brands. There was GE and Frigid. I don't know, like there was
Yeah,
not
I know what
like
you mean.
all these brands. So you had like the high quality brand, you had like the cheaper version, and so the quality could have been more of a differentiator back in the days, and
Now
the
there's a lot
marketing
more
was
competition.
associated with it. Yeah,
Now
but
there's a
now
lot
you
more
can't
competition in each category.
you can't just go and use quality as your marketing now. It's not as effective. It's not effective anymore.
No.
What really matters now is the personality, like the purpose, and really how you treat your clients, like the after purchase. Like what's gonna be my experience through your product. I've bought LED lights. What are LED lights? What would be your marketing campaign for LED light? But I've bought, and I'm always buying now from this specific brand because they have an ecosystem. They don't only sell like these LED bands. They have like all kinds of products with LED lights attached. They have
And you
outdoor
become
products
integrated into like the sphere
the sphere
the
of
LED
all the
lights. It
ecosystem.
attaches to your phone. It attaches to Alexa. It attaches to this. It attaches to that.
Exactly.
And
They
then
have
you
a
buy another
community.
product that also integrates,
Exactly.
kind of like what Apple does.
A little bit. They have a whole ecosystem, a community. You could post your own DIY on the platform, and then get your DIY, like get people to to download your stuff. And so my pool is lit up the same way that people are creating whole automations and animations, and they created something that's out of the LED light product. They literally took it out of the and that brings personality to the product.
Okay, so now my question to you is, I just have a question to ask you. What do you think about this? Okay. So we all know how. I'm sorry. We all know what. We all know the what. Okay. The what is to be different, to be creative. And the next is the how. How do we do it? How do we get into that creative state? How do we come up with all these ideas? Do you think? Do we
That's a good
hire
question.
some? Do we
I would
hire
not.
some people? Like,
Like
if we're
like I said, I would
bootstrapping it,
not.
we're bootstrapping it. We want to create like
You want to create it
a creative
from
marketing.
scratch. Yeah.
I was about to say marketing campaign,
But you want to create it
and
from scratch. You want to start that, because what I feel is, like, how in five key easy steps, I don't believe in that. Like, I feel, we just did it for a quinta, we just did it for a mattress, like a mattress company. But I feel like you as a business owner has more like, you have more answers than a consultant agency. I've dealt with them. I don't want to bash them, I don't want to talk like against them, but to be honest, I don't love them. Like, I'm not impressed. And if there are out there agencies that are doing great jobs, and this guy's book was written by an agency owner, and I feel like this guy was he was probably great, but he was probably very expensive too. There's a price to pay for that. And maybe for most of you guys, for most entrepreneurs, you don't have the budget right now, and you don't want to budget that. If you start budgeting that, you're gonna budget on your ideas. Now I'm freezing. It's fine.
yeah, but we still hear you. It's okay.
You don't want to budget that. So if you don't want to budget it, don't budget on your energy to find creative ideas, and to find where the emotion will be triggered. And don't be scared to ask people around you. What like we just did. Like, what would be the emotion triggered when buying a mattress? What would be the emotion triggered when buying tires? So when
I
I'm
guess you
buying,
have to do a bit of research. Like, you have to do some research,
you need to
and the
do some
research that
targeting.
the research that I mean is, why do the customers buy? What are their pain points? What's the problems they're facing? And then you can make a campaign around all those pain points and all
You
those
need to do some
pointers.
targeting, obviously.
And then
Targeting your audience.
from there you come up with these creative like advertisements and stuff like that.
Knowing
And
knowing the person you're selling to is, I think, is really
key,
critical.
of course.
So if they are elders, they have different, um, like you said, pain points, or
I find it's arrogant if you don't know. Think about it. If you don't know who you're selling and you're trying to sell, that's pretty arrogant.
arrogant. I don't know.
Because it's like, listen. Because it's like,
Less
listen.
effective for sure.
It's like,
Less
listen.
effective for sure.
Because you're just trying to push products now. You don't know if the person needs it. You don't actually know if they need it. How arrogant
Well,
of you!
it
You're trying to
makes
push
you,
a product on me.
yeah.
You don't know. You don't
It
know me.
makes you look arrogant. So you see, it's
You
it's a
become
good
this
thing.
greasy person, like just trying to push stuff, and we always go back to that.
So
We
it
spoke
could
about
have an
this several
adverse
times.
effect. It could literally have an adverse effect. You're pushing like out their products, and people are just gonna be like, he doesn't understand me. Why is he saying that?
They're gonna sense it.
They're gonna sense it. Your market will react and will not buy. And not buying and not calling is really a good way of not knowing what's wrong. If you trigger something, if you at least trigger an emotion, if you trigger a question, if you trigger um if you shake the ground a bit, at least if you shake the ground, you're gonna have some information. People are you're gonna be able to gather data about your leads. The point here is getting leads, guys. It's not getting sales at that point. Marketing is about getting leads. It's about having a bigger buckets of contacts. It's about contacting more people as much as possible. And I feel like sometimes people are getting off track. You're not trying to educate people. If your goal is education, you shouldn't be doing marketing and advertisement as a vehicle to educate, because it just costs you too much. If you educate, you need to market your school and educate people through your school and teach people in webinars and market the webinar. Not teach through advertisement. I feel like so many people are trying to. You need to showcase the skills and make sure that it triggers an emotion.
You mean like if you're trying to advertise somebody like a course, you want to sell them a course. Oh, buy this course and you'll become a millionaire within 9 months. Buy this
I'll
course.
give you. I'll give you a, like. I'll give you a. We're selling window cleaning, right? That's what we're selling. But if I advertise it, my as a reflex, I would just try to showcase what we do. And we're cleaning windows, and nobody cares. Everybody saw someone cleaning windows. Like, we know what it is. We already know what it is. It doesn't trigger any emotion inside of us. Seeing someone washing windows doesn't trigger an emotion. What does trigger an emotion about the cleaning window, how I figure I could
Like
angle
your
it.
morale when you walk in the building, it's clean. You're in a good
And
mood. You feel
I
good.
would have
It's the same
someone.
thing. Hey, it's the same thing like we spoke at the beginning of the live. How you look good, you slept well, you feel good, and so you're more productive, and you
So what
feel like
about your
you have a
window?
better day. The same thing when you're walking
Yeah.
in. And how shitty do you feel when your house is a mess? You feel awful. And how good do you feel? And how organized and clear do you feel? Something as little as your windows being clean, you feel more clarity, more light. More light comes inside. You get more sun exposure, more UV rays hitting your skin.
There
Vitamin
you go.
D, that's healthy. That's good for you. It's good for your brain. It's good for your immune system.
So you understand where we're
That
going
makes
with
me,
this?
yo,
You
man.
understand where
I
we're
just
going with
sold
this?
myself. I just sold myself. Let me get a cleaner in here.
But
But
you
yeah, but
understand?
the interesting thing is that, and like they even say it in the book. The same thing is that you can apply this emotional attachment to anything, something as simple
Anything.
as window cleaning.
And
Anything,
start your
anything.
own like marketing identities. Like, you don't need to hire a consultant for this, because they're gonna make you do this. They're gonna make you sit
But the
down in an
OG,
office and
the
think about that.
OG, the OG, I'm sure you'll agree with me, is when Steve Jobs had that campaign of when he was introducing that small iPod, and he had it in the small jean pocket, and he introduced it by taking it out of his small pocket.
Yeah,
And what did he say? 1,000 songs or something? 1,000 songs in your
in your
pocket.
pocket.
And not even in the big pocket, in the small pocket.
But that was
Wow.
big. I remember that time. I remember I was a teenager. I remember that time. It was
What a
big,
genius.
actually. It was genius, because the other options were big fat MP3s, and I had that one. Like, I didn't have money for a smaller Apple, so and they were colorful. They were nice looking. So
I
it
miss those
also,
iPods. The one where you swipe, like,
man,
and you do the circle.
yeah,
I want one.
they were actually stylish. They were an apparel.
Even if you think about it, they were way ahead of their time. I find they were ahead of their time.
They were.
They
That's why
were
we were
ahead of their
buying them.
time. I would own one today. I would be down for one. I know it's funny, but I would be down for one. You remember the iPod Shuffle, the one that clipped on your?
Yeah,
It
I
was like
still have one. I
this
still have it.
small, and it was like,
This one
how?
was
When did
rich.
the iPod Shuffle come out? Like 15, 20 years ago.
To go for a run, these ones were perfect.
You could
To go
clip
for a
it.
run,
How like
yeah.
innovative is that for
The clips, the clip was why I was buying them. The clip
Do they
was just
still sell? Why
everything.
did they stop selling those? I feel like those are
I
amazing.
don't know.
Oh, now because now you have the watch. I guess you can have music on your watch.
On your watch.
And now they're coming out with the ring. I guess you don't really need that anymore.
Oh, The Ring. Wow, I haven't seen that. But bro,
Yeah,
it's
I heard they're
40
coming
minutes.
out
I
with
need
one.
to cut this off
Yeah,
because we need to go back.
let's get going.
But it was still an amazing podcast today. J'ai vraiment aimé ça, vraiment intéressant. On va continuer à en parler la semaine prochaine. And marketing is always a very interesting subject. So yeah, thanks for the ones who were being with us today. Puis on se revoit demain.
Wait, one last thing before you guys go. I'm gonna put the banner again. If you guys could subscribe to our YouTube
Yep.
channel and our Facebook page, would very much
Please.
appreciate that. Show some love. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe, man. Thank you very
And
much,
if
guys.
we could attach an emotion to this, what could it be? Anything with it. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Like, if you click on the subscribe button, what would happen to you emotionally? If we're talking emotionally, if we could attach an emotion to this, like, what does it cost you to change your life? Really change it. Change the way you see things and change the way you see life, and maybe be able to get yourself off the bootstrapping and really starting to scale things to another level. How much does it cost you to click and subscribe? Because that's really what you're getting by listening to us. If tell me if it's good value. If it's good value for you, please subscribe. Clique sur le bouton, mon ami.
I love
Clique
that.
sur le bouton.
That would make me go click. It's true. You're absolutely right. It doesn't cost anything. It's
Doesn't
free.
cost you anything.
And hopefully we can continue giving you guys some good content and good advice and good yeah. Appreciate you guys for listening. See you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow, guys. Ciao.
Ciao, Phil.